adults and older parents maybe having to cut the financial cord, kick the birds out of the nest, if you will, when it's time to do that when they're grown children. Stewart Welch from the Welch Group joins us to help us navigate that transition. I know when I was a youngster, when I was 18, man, I was out the door, making it on my own, trying to make it on my own. But it's harder it's more of a challenge for adults these days.
It may be more of a challenge, but I think people can do it. So people think about, I'm going to have my own apartment and all of that. And, even back then, I had to have a roommate. I have a godchild who her parents cut her off literally right after she graduated from college. She struggled for about a year, had to move in with 2 or 3 or 4 girls in order to make rent. She found a job, then she found a better job, and fast forward 20 years and she owns her own company, is making a 7-figure income.
And they probably had the means to help her, but they just
felt
like
absolutely
it was best for her
absolutely
to be independent.
And here's what I would tell you: if you throw a child a lifeline, they will grab it. And they will hold on.
They
will hold on
they can, right?
until you cut it. So
right.
You have to make a decision when you cut it.
All right, so what would you say to parents then who have adult children, either still living at home or they're still paying for stuff?
So a lot of them are still living at home. This comes out of a study from Experian that shows 70% are still, millennials and Gen Zs are still receiving financial support. I think you've got to get them out of the house. And I'll have people say, well, I'm going to make them pay rent. I'm just going to make them pay rent. It's not the same. Because literally all growth comes of getting out of your comfort zone and having to go out and find your own place, find roommates, find your own job, make your own way, chisels you into a stronger financial person. I mean, I've dealt with families for 40 years and this is what I've seen. So I think you want to come up with a plan to get them out of the house.
What do you mean by buy them a financial consultation though?
So consultation, so a lot of times parents aren't great with money. Or even if they're good with money, kids don't like to listen to parents when they're in their teens or early adulthood. So I buy them a consultation, a third-party professional that shows them how to set up their financial plan.
So maybe they'll listen to them more than they would the parents.
They will listen to them, and they can come up with a plan for that. And so you get them out of that, and then whatever financial support, you've got to give them a timeline to cut it off. If you're paying for the health insurance or a gas card or all of that, you've got to set a timeline to let them get done.
Because at some point the parent or parent has to start saving for their own benefit, then life savings, retirement and whatnot. All right, so that is Stewart Welch from the Welch Group, that advice. And there's some resources, by the way, to get more information on help you cut the cord and help out your kids there, move on and get on out of that nest and fly away on their own as their own little bird. Thanks, Stewart.
That's them. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back.